Hello, I'm Cassie Knoll. This week on Suncoast FYI, House of Lords, new look pressure cleaning, a trunk show at SunBug, and delicious food from Blue Rooster. All next on Suncoast FYI. Thanks for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. House of Lords is a unique consignment shop featuring outstanding furniture, jewelry, artwork, and collectibles at great prices. Joining me now to tell us more is the owner, Bob Harris.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here.
I hope so.
I was going to say earlier, I told you earlier, I've seen the commercials running so much, I feel like I know you. You're a good friend of mine. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from London, in the UK, of course. I was born there with 7 brothers and sisters.
Oh my goodness.
And so we were a family before I came out. I was used to a lot of people, and so that helps. But otherwise, nothing unique.
Yeah, okay. Well, and so how did you get into the consignment business?
By accident. I came to Florida to buy some property. And we were going to use it just on occasions. And after a couple of occasions, we decided we better buy one that we could stay with. But at that time, most of my business was in property. So I started buying property in Osprey and in Sarasota. And I bought the Sarasota part, which was the hospital for children at the time.
Oh, wow.
But then I didn't know what to do with it. So I put antique furniture in there, which I was used to, and we sold none. For 6 weeks, we sold 1 piece.
Oh my goodness.
So we decided to take it out because everyone came in and said, well, we like the antiques, but it's not really Florida. We don't want new furniture, but we want stuff we can use. So I thought, well, that's a good idea. And so that's what we did. We started the consignment business.
And so you
it's
adapted.
been very successful.
That's very nice. And like you said, you started with a big family, lots of people. You're used to being around a lot of people. So what makes House of Lords different than other consignment shops?
Well, in a sense, it's really a hobby to us rather than a business. I mean, our other businesses carry the House of Lords a lot of times, but we are very fussy on what stuff we take in. We don't take stuff that's damaged too much or too much wear, and we like unique pieces, and so does everybody else. They don't necessarily buy them, but they like to come in and see them.
It's a good conversation starter for you.
It's a new conversation.
And you enjoy talking to people, so
that's right.
That's a good thing for everyone.
Yeah.
So what sells the most in your store?
There's nothing that sells the most. I mean, very little difference in percentage-wise, but I suppose art is the most bestseller because it's small, people can put it in their car and take it home with them. Furniture comes next, and then jewellery and such like come after that.
And so if somebody wanted to go through the consignment process with you, they bring their object in or their subject matter to you, you guys approve it. How does that work?
What happens, we ask for a photograph first, because it's all right if you're bringing in jewellery or something. But if you want furniture and they turn up with a truck full of furniture and we don't take it, they're not very pleased.
Yes.
So we ask them for photographs. Once we've seen the photographs, we know the style, the age roughly, and whatever it is, and we say, yes, we'll accept it. It comes in, we then assign a contract with them so that they make sure they got a receipt. And we get 60 days to sell it. And if it's not sold within that 60 days, they can take it back, or they can reconsign it if it's over a certain amount.
All right. Well, that sounds like a pretty easy process. So what are your hours and where are you located?
We're located in Osprey on 41, about a mile away from the new Walmart. Our hours during the week are from 10 to 5. And on Sunday from 12 to 4.
All right, and may I ask, where did the name House of Lords come from?
When we took it over, when we bought it, it was run by a church, and they had all the pews and what have you in one of the rooms. So it was really connected with the church that we give us the idea, well, the House of Lords. But then, of course, in London, we have a House of Lords, so I thought, well, it does two services. And we have had people from London, from the House of Lords, come to see us.
Oh, really?
And asked us to come and have dinner there or tea or whatever. And so it's been interesting. But it's a unique name in that sense.
It is, and I like the colors on the outside too. It definitely draws your attention as well.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today. One last question for you. Where can people go for more information?
Well, 803 South Tamiami Trail, or they can phone 966-5446.
All right. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And coming up on Suncoast FYI, new look pressure washing, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. At New Look Pressure Cleaning, they treat your property like it's their own, taking care and concern for the details. Here to tell us more is the owner, Randy Fry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me about the process of pressure cleaning.
Pressure cleaning is basically cleaning with high pressure water that's been compressed by a high pressure pump driven by a gas motor or an electric motor. It's also commonly called power washing. One of the big misconceptions with the process is that everything has to be blasted with high pressure. That's not always the case. In the course of a project, depending on the surface that we're cleaning and what we're cleaning off of it, we go through a number of different processes. The pressure is variable, so it also has a lot to do with the proper cleaning solutions, chemicals, detergents. Sometimes it requires a little bit of agitation, so it's more than just blasting away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure there's a lot more to it than just being like, psh, done. Or otherwise, they wouldn't need someone like you to come out and help out with this.
That's right.
So why would someone need pressure cleaning?
Well, here on the Suncoast in Southwest Florida, we do battle with some things that you don't have in other climates. We have a tropical climate, so we have a lot of moisture, whether it be from the humidity or the rain. We get a lot of rain. You have a lot of pollen and a lot of sun. So those things are kind of the perfect storm for creating mold and mildew and organic matter. So we clean that stuff a lot. Things grow very quickly here, so there's always mowing, landscaping going on, trimming, which stirs up a lot of dust and other debris. That's kind of from a residential side. On the commercial side of things, any high traffic commercial business will tell you where there's a lot of people, you get a lot of mess. So we're in the business of cleaning that stuff up.
Yeah, when you said pollen, I was thinking about how in the spring everything turns yellow.
That's right.
And then everything turns a little green when you
Right.
start to get that stuff growing.
Left unattended, that eventually turns into mold and mildew and algae.
Yeah. And you guys can help us out with that.
Right, yeah.
So there seems to be a lot of pressure cleaners out there, but you've done very well in this market. So what sets you apart?
Well, you know, I determined a long time ago that this was something that people were going to need to do again and again. And if we provided a quality service, treated people with respect, had great customer service from the very first phone call on through the delivery of the final product, that we could build a long-term relationship and have sustainable client base. So in talking to customers from their perspective, you know, for whatever reason, dealing with people in the industry, they've found that it's a painful process sometimes. So we try to make it as painless as possible.
Yeah.
They kind of liken it to going to the dentist or buying a car. It's something they avoid until they absolutely have to do it.
Yes.
And so, you know, our answer to that is to provide a relationship of trust. You know, it's not just earning their business, but earning their trust, taking care of their property, and usually we'll see them again.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's a very kind, caring reputation to have with people. So do you offer any other services just besides pressure washing?
You know, I decided in the beginning that we were going to specialize at one thing. I've seen other companies that try to do too many things, and then you don't do any one thing great.
Yep.
So pressure cleaning is our primary focus. We added a couple things later that we found go hand in hand with that. One of those things is window cleaning. Very often after we do a exterior property cleaning, people want to have the windows cleaned and squeegeed professionally, so we do that. Additionally, we do a lot of brick paver restoration and sealer work. Pavers are a big part of the construction industry here, the driveways, the pool decks. So once we clean that stuff, people say, you know, how can I protect this? How can I beautify it, enhance it, and make it hold up? So we got into that, the paver sector as well. So we do a lot of sealer and restore it from the fading from the sun and that kind of stuff. We also have a full line of other sealers for buildings, roofs, that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very good. Like you said, don't make it too broad so that way you can be
Right.
really good at the things that you do.
Yeah, keep it simple.
So this is actually where you grew up here on the Suncoast, right? Tell me a little bit about your background. We only have a little bit of time though.
Yeah, well, moved here in grade school. I've been here for 33 years. You know, I've watched the Suncoast change, watch it grow. I graduated from high school here. We're busting at the seams now. Construction's back. I don't think there's any end in sight for the need for our business. So, you know, we're just going to keep doing what we do, take care of our customers, and, you know, hopefully continue to serve this community that I grew up in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of pride there too, coming
Yeah.
from this area as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So people want to get a hold of you for some of your services. Where can they go for more information?
The business line is 941-822-3739. They can always Google us. It's New Look, spelled N-U-L-O-O-K. And we've got a couple of websites, so that's probably the best way.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
All right.
And again, best of luck with your business.
All right, thank you.
And next on Suncoast FYI, SunBug will be hosting a trunk show. We'll have those details after the break, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. SunBug is having a trunk show next week, and here to tell us all about it is Karen Daney. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. Thanks for having
She's
me.
been giving me hints on how to say her last name here. All right, so welcome to the show,
Thank
and
you.
welcome to our guest, also guest today. So how many years has SunBug been in business?
SunBug has been in Venice for quite some time, in fact, over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Sandy and Dave Wilson opened SunBug in September of 1983, and at first it was strictly a swimwear store. Then customers started asking for more, so in December of 1984, SunBug moved to its current location and added sportswear, shoes, and accessories.
Oh, wow.
And as Sandy likes to say, the rest is history.
It is such a cute little name, too. It's perfect for Florida, especially here on the Suncoast. And so what exciting things are happening down at SunBug?
Well, this is always an exciting time of year for our customers. Our cruisewear lines of swimwear and cover-ups for 2016 are here, and new sportswear is arriving daily. So whether you're looking to put together an entire new wardrobe or searching to find a piece to complement clothes already in your closet, you'll find new on-trend items at SunBug, and more importantly, personalized attention.
I can tell just by the way that you paid so much attention to this mannequin when you were putting it all together here. So tell me a little bit about what you brought with you today.
Well, I brought an ensemble that just gives a quick overview of what we have at SunBug with the Lizette pants, updated white shirt, taking the classic, giving it a little twist, your accessories, which are probably the most important thing that a woman can do to feel good and look good and make the same clothes look differently every time she wears them.
I love that denim jacket. It's really, really
And that's
cute.
from Jag, another one of our top-selling lines.
All right, so you mentioned Lizette, and that is Lizette El Montreal. Tell me
Yes.
a little bit about that.
Well, we've got a trunk show coming up on January 21st. Lizette founded her company over a decade ago as a contemporary figure-flattering pant line. Excuse me. And today her collection of pants in any length you desire and her jackets and tops are second to none. What sets this trunk show apart from others is the fact that we're going to have 500 pieces of pants
Wow.
and tops in the shop, and you can try them on, find the perfect fit, the color, and make your purchase right there, and we call that instant gratification.
Wow, that's so many pieces, so many options for people.
Yes, it is, and we're looking forward to it because her spring 2016 line looks really good. She's added some new fabrics. Here's one of the more denim pieces. I'm wearing one of the softer spring prints. There are brights, there are pastels, and of course her basic, what she started with, all of her solids, which are just terrific looking and fitting pants.
Wow, sounds like she has an option for everybody there, and I love that you mentioned they come in any length that you want because as someone who is super short, it's very difficult for me to find pants that fit the first time. So that's really cool that she offers them in so many options for everybody.
Yes, she does.
So this is not just a trunk show to sell her product, it's also for a good cause as well.
That's right. Lizette believes very strongly in giving back to the community, and so does SunBug. So a portion of all the Lizette L. Trunk Show sales for that day are going to be donated to Rotary Futures of Venice High School.
Oh my goodness, that's so nice.
And for more information, you can get on their website to find out just what a great organization that is.
All right, so this trunk show, where is your location, first of all? Can you give us the address?
SunBug is on Venice Island, located at 141 West Venice Avenue.
Okay, and so that's where the trunk show is going to be taking place, and that's next Thursday, the 21st, right?
That's correct, and it will be from 9:30 in the morning to 6 in the evening.
Should people come at a certain time that's maybe less busy than others? Because I could see this being a very popular event.
We're hoping it's going to be a very popular event, and I don't know that there's going to be a good or a bad time. We just want you to come and browse, check out Lizette, and of course all of our other swimwear and resort lines that we have.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little cool outside. The jackets might be a good idea right now, but get ready for the beach bodies coming up in the summer. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Where can people go for more information about SunBug?
Well, we have a website, and we also do our email blasts. Pardon me. So if you come in, you can sign up, and we only send out the blasts less than once a week, so you're not going to be bombarded with information when new things come in.
All right, and the website is thesunbug.com?
Yes.
All right, again, thank you for coming on the show, and good luck with your trunk show next week.
Thank you for having us, and we're looking forward to it, Cassie.
And coming up on Suncoast FYI, we'll have the latest from Blue Rooster, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. Blue Rooster just celebrated its 3rd anniversary, and here to tell us about everything new going on there are Rob Goggin and Ellen Cornelius. I tried to put your names in one. Welcome to the show. I think both of you have been here before, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, welcome back to the show then.
Thank you.
So, besides your anniversary going on here, what makes Blue Rooster unique from other food and music establishments in this area?
Well, I have to say that we're unique because our food is as wonderful as our music. And it's not often that you can find a live music venue that has wonderful food like we do. And thanks to our executive chef, Rob, we can boast about our food.
That is wonderful, because that's absolutely true. I've been to so many live music venues where you're like, I'm here definitely for the music and not for the food
Right.
at all. That's fantastic. I mean, what you brought in smells amazing. So tell me what's new about Blue Rooster going on. You have a food truck.
Yes. Rob can speak to that.
We're just sort of getting our feet wet in the food truck. We're actually operating it at the Darwin Brewing Company, just outside of McKechnie Field in Bradenton. And we're doing sort of like some of our staple menu items, our fried chicken, burgers, fries, mac and cheese, just stuff that you want to eat with beer. You like to eat it when you're drinking beer.
Yeah.
You know, and you're drinking the good beers, and we're providing good food. And it's nice, you know, getting into spring training. We're sort of we're working through it. You know, we're going to get, you know, trying to get all of our ducks in a row before spring training.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we can get everybody in there and get them acquainted with our food, so that they go to the baseball stadium, they see the truck, the Blue Rooster truck, and then they say, "Where's Blue Rooster?" Just down the road in Sarasota, you know. And then they come in and they see us, and then they see what we're all about. They get music, they get the same beers, they get some full bar music, and it's all good. And then we're just we're putting ourselves out there, sort of just like today.
Yeah, I mean, when you mentioned the location, I was like, that's a great idea for spring training. That's going to be wonderful. And like you said, getting all the ducks in a row right now before it all gets started.
Right.
So speaking of the food, tell me about what you brought with you today.
What we have here is just some of our staple items, and actually one of our newer items. I don't want to say new items because we've had for a while. We finally have been able to put together a deviled egg dish that goes on the menu, because you can't have a southern restaurant and not have deviled eggs. And of course we have our signature chicken and waffles. And basically, whenever you think about, you know, southern food, you think some sort of biscuits and some sort of really good butter.
Yes.
What we do, we take that's
Sorry,
actually,
I'm very enthusiastic about that.
It's actually sorghum, which is a grain alternative. It's used in gluten-free beer and that type of thing.
Oh.
And we actually whip it into, it's a syrup, and we whip it into softened butter.
Oh my
and
goodness.
that's what we say, because it's sweet, but it also has like a little savory flavor in it as well, and it's delightful on the biscuits. I
She's
gotta say.
grinning. She's like, yeah,
It's
that's
great.
why he's good.
It's wonderful.
It's good on the biscuits. we
That's
can tell you that.
amazing. It all looks great and smells great, and if that's what you're bringing to the tables, I can see why people love you.
Yes.
So tell me about your Sunday Gospel Brunch.
Oh, the Sunday Gospel Brunch is off the charts. We've had to go to 2 seatings because of the popularity of not only the food. We've got a wonderful brunch buffet with breakfast food as well as lunch food, most of the items from our regular menu. But the music is just, I get goosebumps thinking about it. We've got a wonderful gospel group, Truality, from Trinity Christian Fellowship, featuring Chantel Norman as the lead singer, who is super talented. They're all very talented people. Dennis Clove plays keyboards, and he's the band leader. And really, you need to come by and listen to these folks. They're just very talented and, like I said, inspirational.
And
Well, I was going to say, another big name that you have coming up, too, is Steve Arvey, coming to your Monday, what is it, Monday night jazz
Arvey,
sessions?
every night on Monday night, every Monday night has his jazz sessions. He's got his core band and invites musicians from the community, jazz players, to come up, sign in, get up on stage, and we've had incredible vocalists, incredible instrumentalists get up there with Steve, and Bill Buckman on keyboards, James Varnado on drums, and it's a blast on Monday night for jazz fans.
It sounds wonderful between the Sunday Gospel, you got the Monday Jazz, and every other night of the week. I know you got stuff going on, too. You've got this wonderful food.
Live music every night, 7 nights a week.
You can't beat it.
And we've got a happy hour from 5 to 7 with great specials.
And it's just a cool venue. It's just a beautiful
It is.
place.
The atmosphere is very unique, an urban, kind of hip warehouse setting.
Love it.
We've got great service. We pride ourselves on our service. And come in and see us, folks.
I'll say, if people are interested after everything we've said that's so wonderful here, where can people go for more information on that?
Oh, our website.
It's Blue Rooster, SRQ, like the airport code, .com. You can also call us. That's 941
388
388 7539.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, and good
Thank
luck, guys.
you.
Thank you.
you.
And stay tuned to Suncoast FYI. We'll be right back. That's our show for today, and thanks so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call our sales department at 941-361-4223. I'm Cassie Nault, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.